Lock in with Vito.
Okay, we live in the crib, vibing with Vito. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube at Vibing with Vito. Also follow us on the Instagram at Vibing with Vito. You already know the slogan. We vibrating higher and we chasing purpose over popularity. We always chasing that. Be sure to check us out each and every Monday at 8 o'clock on the Big Facts Network. Today, I got somebody special in the building, man. I've been knowing this guy for a very long time. Back when he was working at ASCAP, you know what I'm saying? I think that's when I first met you. Came into the building. You was always, like, you gave me a warm welcome, and you was always like up front with me. You taught me how to like register my music,
right?
And I know that was probably some extra shit because you know you get paid to do that type stuff, but you actually helped me out. You know what I'm saying?
You know, even back then, it was really about like the impact with people.
Facts.
Even when I was working at ASCAP, I didn't know if I was going to continue to be there because it's like I wasn't making, you know, like that much money. It was a great company.
Facts.
But it's like I was just so focused on sharing, like what I was thinking was the way to win on some, you know what I'm saying? Like,
facts.
Knowing how to register your music is so small, it's so meticulous.
It's very meticulous.
You feel me? But
Facts.
doing that is a lifetime of whatever them coins is. Like whether it's a big check, small check, it's done.
Compound interest. That shit add up.
Yeah.
Facts. But thank you for coming to vibe with me, bro. Take us back on the journey. You know what I'm saying? Because again, before ASCAP, I know you've been doing this for a very long time.
I mean, I started off as an engineer.
Okay.
So being from the creative side, I love music. Like the creation of music, that was always important. The sonics, being able to work with Bert Simmons for decades to this day, like that's
your guy. Yeah.
But working with him is what got me to be able to like fly around and just work with every other major person in the game type of thing. So, but it came to a point to where it's like you realizing that you're around real music, to where it's like you in the studio one day making it, and then the next day it's on the radio type of thing.
Facts.
That's cool.
Facts.
But then it's like, where the bread at though? Where the bread at for me? Like for the role that I play type of thing.
Facts.
So it's like I would see the executive, I tell this story all the time. I would see the executive come in the room after we've been in there for hours, you know what I'm saying? Play the record's crazy, he hype you up, woo, and then he out. And I'm looking like, and this all his. We spend more time here than the owner, do you feel what I'm saying? Than the person that own it do. But it's like, that's who really got the bag. Damn. So that's when I decided to go back to school to get a degree in music business. So when I was at ASCAP, that was fulfilling my internship obligation for my degree.
Okay, so you had to do that for your degree. Okay.
So I got credit for that, but what it was is that towards the end of the internship, it's like there was an opportunity for my job role, but it was in LA and New York. They didn't have it in Atlanta. So what I did was I'm like, all right, we're going to be strategic. Because I'm not even thinking like, oh, it's not here. I'm going to apply for the one in LA and New York. I'm going to make a video testimony from all the clients that I dealt with. It's still on YouTube to this day. Royce Monroe ASCAP pitch. And send it to the president of Urban, I forget, but she's the head woman now, Nicole George Middleton. Been a minute. But I sent her the video, and long story short, they made the position in Atlanta for me. So when I was a membership coordinator, they made that because I was like, at the end of the video, I had my little moment where I was just like, I feel like I'm a part of the engine that is ASCAP here in Atlanta. And as we all know, an engine can't run properly without all its parts. I feel like that was the that locked it in for me. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Facts. Let's again, like, thank you for that too as well on this journey. You know what I'm saying? Like thus far, how did you know that you wanted just to be like spreading awareness to be a part of like your God-given life path, number one, and like what were you interested in before you you kind of went and got your degree and all of that stuff like that too as well?
So you saying like what was the, my bad, give me that question.
No. No problem. So what was intriguing to you on your come up? Like before music was like a thing, or how did you know music was something that you want, like a business you wanted to be in?
Yeah, bet. Yeah. So when I was growing up, my older brother, he was a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And in the city, you know, we from Polk County, Florida, small town in Florida, where
I don't know why I thought you from New York, like your accent or something.
I get that sometimes, but you know what it is? In Florida, it's a heavy New York like presence there. Like, just on some real. But and my pops is from Philly.
Okay,
You
so
know what I'm saying?
that's what it was.
So it's a little bit of that. But in Florida, like, so we small town. My brother's a DJ, and he's like a DJ in the city. Like you know who he is, DJ Romeo. The name's so nice, you got to say it twice.
Yeah, okay.
So
facts.
I'm his little brother, rolling with him everywhere.
Yeah.
And as his career went up, he ended up working at a radio station, and then over time, my mom also became a office manager at the radio station. So I will always be there. So I'm just around when it shows and all type of stuff. Like, you just kind of immersed in it. And then at one point, the station's owner, his son, me and his son was the same age, but he wanted his son to do radio. His son could not be less interested in radio. Like on some, like, it'll be live on air and he'll just walk out. He ain't going to the next song. He ain't doing none of that.
Damn.
So he allowed me to come on air with my brother. And from that moment, I realized when I was in the studio, having the personality and talking and all that, like, that was cool, but I didn't know how nothing worked. I didn't know how to hit a fader. I just knew hit this button, move this up, music play type of thing. So when I graduated, I was like, I'm gonna get a degree in recording arts, because that's kind of the thing that I've been missing. My goal was to end up in radio though.
Facts.
When I moved here, I used to work, I had an internship at V103.
Crazy.
Under Portia Fox, rocking the box, making your haters your motivators.
Okay.
But
okay.
Essentially, I had an opportunity to either do patchwork as an internship or V103, did V103. But then whatever happened with Portia, by the time it was time for me to become like her show producer, she had kind of parted ways with V103.
Yeah, facts.
So I was kind of like just back at square one. So I just started doing music like as a hobby, because I had the knowledge base. I just never was like, I was on a different sector of music. I was about
facts.
radio and party and that type of stuff.
For sure. Nah, for sure. Man, again, everybody that graces this couch, I have the opportunity to ask them this question. I have the opportunity to ask you this question.
Okay.
How big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail?
I mean, that's kind of how I'm rocking. Like, it take work. Like, I dream as big as ever. Like, bro, even in creating the book, bro, it really tested how serious I was about what I'm trying to manifest and leave behind. Like, this is gonna be here longer than I would ever be. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And being responsible for crafting the knowledge in a way that can be received from a different perspective. Like, this is for a person that has the aspiration and may not have any type of leg up on anything else other than, I want to do that.
Facts.
Read this and let it be your guide to how to set yourself up, and you can execute your thoughts, your dreams. Because I'm not telling you how to dream. I'm telling you how to structure the situation that your dream can live in.
Let's talk about the book, man. Let me.
Yeah, man.
Let's show the people you are your own industry.
Yayo, we selling yayo.
Man, facts. Okay, cool. Monetize your talent and create multiple streams of income. You are your own industry is a powerful title. What was the defining moment that made you realize artists needed to start thinking for themselves and kind of like full scale their business? So
prior to releasing the book, I've always done consultations or speaking engagements and just the things where you get asked questions and you're sharing knowledge.
Thanks.
So over time, I realized that I was kind of saying the same things, like as far as whatever the question was, like this is the information that attacks 10 questions right here.
Thanks.
So I started to question myself, like, yo, am I full of it? Or am I like, does this really mean like it'll solve that type of thing? So in my spare time, I always go like to master classes where it's like might be real estate, tax, whatever.
Facts.
And so I looked at that business model and I was like, man, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have nothing to sell at the end of it. You know, like you invite people out for free, you give certain parts of the knowledge base, but it's like, what are you gonna sell at the end to really tie people into this community that you're trying to create? And I was like,
digital products, bro. That's
I need
key.
to write a book, right? And so this is how I tested the market, right? Before I even wrote the book, I went on Canva and just created a cover for a notebook, a blank notebook, and put it up on Amazon and used ChatGPT to create the descriptions and so on and so forth. And just so I could understand the logistical model of how to put something out before I get to my creative space. You know what I'm saying? And to go through that and see that, oh, I don't, it's always good to have a team, but you don't got to start with a team. You just need to finish with one. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So being able to understand that I can put out a product that's a paperback thing and it's available for sale and all I gotta do is share the link and blah, 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 take out fulfillment where I don't have to do that. All right, now I'm ready to really document my situation and think about the consumer and think about how to really sell this to be effective. Like, my whole thing is I'm not trying to impart like something new in your mind. I'm trying to replace the meaning that's already in your mind. Because you've heard You Are Your Own Industry before.
Yeah,
that's a title, but no one's really made it a movement type of thing.
Yeah, facts. I mean, that in itself will make you want to, like, I mean, again, monetizing your talent, that's, everybody wants to get paid for what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Wants to get paid for their ideas, like things that they think of, things that they project to the universe. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to get paid, but a lot of people don't know how to monetize what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So this being like a actual guide, it was genius for sure.
And more than that, it's like even knowing people like yourself, where it's like, if I tell you I got a book, it's different than another person saying I got a book. Cause like I've seen, I've like we've worked to, you feel me? In regard to the same things that relate to what the knowledge base is here. So I'm just like, I almost owe it to myself.
Facts.
To package me up.
Facts. I'm gonna buy 2 of these too while you're here.
Listen, I'll tell you this, it's not even about the money.
But still, it's not about the money, but this is your product. This is like, again, like this is something that you're pushing. This is gonna be big, but on top of that, it's like me being a friend and also seeing what you're doing. I owe it to you and myself to support you that way too as well.
Let's make a deal.
Let's get it.
Buy one, I give you one, and you give that one to somebody.
Deal for sure. Let's keep talking about the book, man. In this book, you talk about creating multiple streams of income through music. For the everyday artist grinding independently, what are some like kind of income streams that, you know, they might be overlooking?
Well, just starting off, as it relates to the music, of course, you're going to have the platform that you distribute your music through. That's going to be your mechanical royalty that comes in based on streams. Sure. And then outside of that, you need to also be set up to collect on the performing rights royalties. You know, that even though it's not as often as the mechanical royalty, it's still money. Now, those are the base things that relate to just the music itself. Now, outside of that, you're able to monetize other products to create like the ecosystem that is your world, that the artist, that the consumer can buy into. Like everybody on the earth wants to belong to something. You know, like I'm sure you got your friend circle and y'all tight. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's the same thing when you pushing a brand, pushing a product, pushing this podcast. Like it's a community. So it's really about being able to be set up so you don't have to think about, did I do that right? You could just focus on the creative process to create more engagement for the consumer. And you're able to see the money from that engagement.
Facts. How did you think traditional labels and executives are like reacting to like this shift in power? You know what I'm saying? Where artists are having the tools to become self-sufficient and profitable on their own.
It really puts everybody to the test. As an executive in the game, it's like I still focus on having strategies based on the market trends, not just what has worked before, because everybody wins differently.
Facts.
Like,
damn, say that again. Everybody wins.
Everybody wins differently. Like, we could all be in the same room, but how we got to the room is a totally different story. You know what I'm saying? Like, we met on like when you was just focused on making sure you was getting your royalties for your music.
Yeah, facts.
If on that day, if it was like, yo, you know, 5-10 years from now, y'all gonna be sitting down talking about on a podcast, and you gonna have a book and whoop, and he gonna have the whole people watching everything. I'm gonna be, what are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, facts.
We just set up the publishing account. What are you talking about? So
yeah, facts.
It's you know, it's full circle.
Damn, this is definitely a full circle moment. It's crazy. In today's digital economy, how crucial is the mindset in comparing the talent when building substantial music careers?
It depends on the factors related to the music as far as what's the vehicle, right? So you could have a song that you like, and then the vehicle could be some type of dance or meme thing that it has no face. It's just, that's the vehicle that's carrying the awareness of that song. Now, outside of that, it could be a person that is engaging, that has social currency. That's a term that Royce Monroe coined. Social currency. Where they already have a certain level of engagement. So them coming with music is like merch of their brand already. Music is merch. If you can sell a t-shirt, you should be able to get a stream. It's the same ideology. The same way you would post a shirt 10 different ways, from just the actual graphic of the shirt to you wearing the shirt to a girl wearing the shirt to, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
it's the same thing with the music. What it is, I saw a meme the other day that was like, getting rich is boring because it requires repetition.
Damn, say that again. Bro, you dropping gems. Say that again. Say that again.
It was like, getting rich is boring because it requires repetition. So by the time, and this happens, like, say if we're talking about artists, for example, this happens with artists a lot, where it's like when they feel like they're not doing enough because they're still promoting the same thing, they pivot and move to another thing of music, where it's just like, in today's market, music's being discovered every day. I discover new songs every day that have been here.
Facts.
Like, it was dropped in February, but I'm just like, oh, it's May, whatever, and I'm just seeing it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So,
how do you let's stay right there. How do you discover music? You know what I'm saying? Because again, it's like a melting pot. Like, everybody's just throwing their shot out there, and it's like they're coming out so fast with new artists, new music and stuff like that. So how do you consume music, and how do you stick to, like, I like this artist?
I feel like I call myself like a professional fan of music, meaning that, like, you have to stay immersed in the culture. Like, of course, we all continue to get older and so on and so forth, but that's where, if it's really a talent, if it's really a passion or in you, you're going to stay aware just like someone else would. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
Now, to that doesn't mean that I'm just aware of everything from the low-hanging fruit. It's more like, when something reaches my awareness, I get excited to move fast, because in my mind that means that it has enough momentum for it to have more momentum, type of thing.
Yeah, facts.
Like, a lot of times people don't understand, you can have all the talent in the world, but it's more politics and factors that go into monetizing this as a product, to where it makes sense for that to be a bullet that I shoot from my gun in order to take down the target.
Facts.
That's the consumer. Like,
Facts.
I need you to be great because I eat off a piece of you. So how great do you got to be for me to be living like how you want to live?
Facts. Let me ask you a question. So this was like a real, like, disruption, like, on the internet a couple of days ago. I think Lil Bankhead stated that there wasn't any male hip hop artists in Atlanta that's popping. There's only one female that's popping, and I think it was like Pluto. Now, I might be saying that incorrectly, but how do you feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like Atlanta doesn't have, like, a person to stand behind right now, or do you feel like we're just all over the place?
I definitely don't feel like Atlanta's all over the place. It's just more in a reset mode. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are a lot of artists that are not from Atlanta that are out here doing their thing. Like, of course, at GenerationNow, we got Kai Cash Rules. That's out.
Let's go.
And he just sold out vinyl this month. So outside of that, there's a lot of Atlanta-based artists. LVRN has Belly Gang Cushington.
My God.
The organic.
They doing their thing, bro.
Yeah, the organic energy.
My bad.
No worries. The organic energy in their rollout, and them maximizing his authentic allure is everything. It's just that it also takes Atlanta to stand behind something. Like, essentially, I feel like, because Atlanta's Black Hollywood, they almost want you to be recognized outside of Atlanta, then Atlanta going whoop. But it's like, if Atlanta wants someone new, Atlanta also got to rally behind somebody, because everybody that has had that type of king crown in Atlanta, they had the people, they had the streets. You feel what I'm saying? So
let's stay right there. How do you get the streets? Being that, okay, again, like, you're at GenerationNow, you know what I'm saying? And congratulations on that shit too. Like, y'all doing y'all thing. Yeah, y'all doing really well. How do you get the streets? How do you get the people to rally behind you? What's the new way of promoting your music? Because again, before it was like, all right, I'm gonna hand you a CD. I'm gonna go to the DJ. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be everywhere where there's industry mixers, which we don't have any industry mixers like that anymore for artists. It's more informative type conversations on like the business
and
side.
that's because it's digital now. Yeah.
Facts. So if you're an artist, right? Well, if an artist is watching this and they want to get some gems from you because you have done this multiple times, give us some gems on, like, how an artist should break themselves.
It's very simple, right? Because of technology and so on and so forth, everybody feels like they can do everything, but everything's not meant for everybody, right? So when we look at the rappers or the artists that have made it big, like, that was their organic energy. Sometimes people look in the mirror and they make up who they want to see. They don't embrace what they see. So a lot of these artists, like Belly Gang, Cushington, or whatnot, like he really is what you see him as. It's packaged up from an industry standpoint, but it's not like he getting up putting on a mask or something like that. Like that's really what it is. So the same theory applied to Money Man when he came out. Like he's really what he says. He's an intelligent guy that's also out here in the world. You know what I'm saying? So ESTG, same thing. Like authenticity is a part of it. Like being cool. You've been that guy no matter what. Like,
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you make music, you got a podcast, woo woo, but being him is a thing in itself. So a lot of artists don't accept that. Like, put it like this: at some point in my career, did I try to be an artist? For sure. Did life and this opportunity show me that wasn't for me? Absolutely.
Facts.
And luckily, it was in a time where there was no streaming, so there's no evidence of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Nah, that's crazy. And again, because I have so many people that sit on this cast. I had Lil Tony come up here yesterday too as well. You know,
what session tomorrow. Yeah, session yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. He was just with y'all, and then he came right over, and it's like, I just got on his music, and it's like I start watching his videos, and I'm saying millions. I'm like, where the fuck have I been?
No,
where
honestly,
have I been? No.
Honestly, I had the same epiphany at the top of the year because basically his label started booking at the studio.
Facts.
And so they was booking so much, I was just like, yo, who is this? Because I just see the names when I'm doing the paperwork
facts.
or whatever. So I go look him up, and I'm just like, he going crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
look, he from here, huh?
And I'm like,
When
you
did this
from here,
happen?
my
Right.
nigga? Like, I was like,
I'm getting old. You
facts.
know
That's
I'm
what I
saying?
said too. I was like, damn. So I'm tapping in. And it's just like now I'm watching how different artists move and different
See, this is the thing. When you got your people, you got your tribe. If everybody don't know your tribe, it don't matter. You don't got to be popular to be profitable.
That's it. That's another bar.
Yeah, that's one of the Royce Monroes. You feel what I'm saying?
Let's get it. Let's get
Yeah,
it.
you feel me? But it's the total truth. Like when you focus on creating an experience for your consumer's also going to be word of mouth for your brand. You know what I'm saying? When you have something that somebody wants to belong to, people going to spread the word about that. And everybody can't wait to see what other people own. You're going to have early adopters and late arrivals, but as long as everybody there, you good.
Damn, that shit is so crazy though, right? That shit was mind blowing. Like, cause again, I just got on his music and I'm seeing other artists like Baby Kia and these other dudes, and it's like, bro, they didn't do like the regular street formula. They just had a tribe, like you said, and their tribe blew them to the masses. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy.
Now, based on how their business is structured, that may be all an artist needs is just their tribe. You may not have to go super mainstream. You know what I'm saying? Like, because again, he doing well.
My boy.
Lil Tony doing well.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
facts. Let's shift gears a little bit. Let's stay on the book. You're giving artists the blueprint in this book, right? Do you see this as a form of industry disruption or evolution?
I feel like it's more of clarity in a sense, because there's a lot of books that are available that provide a lot of information, right? But you don't need to know all that.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, if you're not an attorney, why are you? You feel what I'm saying? Like you need to know what your benefits and risks are in an agreement, but it's not your job to. You feel what I'm saying?
To
you
know
should
that literature and
you know what I'm saying? Like, you can read
attorney.
it because it's intelligent. Like I can read a contract and know what it says. You know what I'm saying? But my attorney gonna negotiate as an attorney for me on my best behalf.
Facts.
Like this is my thing. If I own a construction company, I don't got to be skilled in everything it takes to make a house. I just need to know about it in an overall kind of thing. I need to know about flooring. I need to know about plumbing, insulation, electrical, and things like that. The music industry works the same way. I need to understand the things that the attorney does that apply to what I'm trying to get done, so I can know how to effectively communicate, so I can make sure the paperwork equals what my speech is saying.
Facts.
Otherwise, I don't need to read a whole book about attorney at law with music.
Yeah,
Like,
facts.
And I need to be set up right. Like this is the thing. If you're set up correctly, you're ready to do business. What you need to know is how to be set up, not a bunch of things that ain't your job.
And this is gonna teach them how to be set up.
Set up. By chapter 16, you know how to be set up, and you know how to everything, not just the administrative setup, which is all in there.
Facts.
It's also your mindset, how you approach things, how you can utilize your personal credit to gain funding, and then what you're supposed to do with that funding in regard to creating a product to not continuously spend money. Because a lot of people have a issue with cutting the money faucet off, where they just want to go to the studio all the time. If you say, yo, I'm gonna record for 3 months, and after that 3 months, I'm gonna package this up and I'm gonna focus on the merch and the whoop, the whoop, the whoop. You stop spending on all the studio time, and that could be even if you got your own studio. You stop paying for the plugins. You stop spending that money so you can have that capital available for whatever else you're gonna do. Like every single dollar counts.
Damn, this is crazy. This is, man, hey, we talking. Again, let's shift gears, man. As the general manager of Generation Now, you've helped build some of the biggest brands in hip hop. What business strategy did you use for artists of the likes of Jack Harlow, Lil Uzi, and just different things like that you can use for like an industry, indie artists too as well?
It's about consumer impact. Like, how are you impacting the consumer? How are you giving something to be paid attention to? How are you giving a competitive differentiator type of thing? But I say as a label overall, our thing is that we reinforce what the artist's vision is. Like, of course, with all of us kind of having a background in music, we're there if you need certain guidance or information or opinions or whatnot. But for the most part, we just help polish what you organically create. And we focus on how we can impact the consumer. Like, we're focused on being a representation of the generation now, but also telling you, watch what comes next.
Facts. Okay, for sure. Most fans only see the glitz and the glamour of the industry. What's a hard truth about the music industry that most up and coming artists don't want to hear, but they need to hear?
It's not a 9 to 5. It's not a 9 to 5. It's a lifestyle job. So what that means is that it's gonna eat up a lot that it may not give back to you. So that's why having your boundaries, being structured properly is important, because when you actually get to a moment where you can kind of structure more of your life based on the success of an opportunity, you want to be ready to do that without having a bunch of chaos, because this life and lifestyle is demanding. You know what I'm saying? If whether you're successful or you're trying to get on, it's demanding. Like, you're going to miss out on things. You're going to miss out on a lot of personal time that those that did not choose to embark in such a entrepreneurial path have. You know what I'm saying? Like, people that work a 9 to 5, they can schedule a vacation. They can come home and see the family. Like 5 o'clock, they're off and they're home and they're with the people and da-da-da.
Facts.
Here we got to follow the opportunity and follow the momentum and follow the, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, but that's the goal in elevation, because the more you elevate, the less you got to kind of be available or on.
Yeah, facts. Generation Now represents the future of hip hop. What do you think? What do you think is the next like frontier for record labels to stay ahead of in increasing independence first landscape?
I think it's going to be more about business partnerships, more than it is like having someone just like completely signed to you, because the marketplace is different. So
what's the difference? I didn't mean to cut you off. What's the difference between being signed directly and doing a partnership?
Essentially, being signed directly is I'm still going to allocate all this money and budgets for you and so on and so forth, and I'll get this much on recoup. You'll get this much on recoup type of thing. But this money got to be paid back first though. Type of thing. If we're a partner, it's like it's a collective where we're agreeing to put up however X amount of dollars together, and then we share the profits on the back end type of thing.
So is that a 50-50 thing with kind of partnerships?
I mean, it can. This is the thing. Like, people be so focused on the numbers of something. The check that you get wrote, you don't know the equation behind it. You just want to see a certain number. So focus on doing the work that will let you see the check that you want to see, no matter what your percentage is. If I manage somebody or whatever, and my 20% is against your 80, I want my 20 to feel like the 80. So we got to be tackling things that make that 20 feel like the 80. So when you get your 80, you like, oh, hell yeah. You know what I'm talking about? So
facts.
It's really that, man. Like, the thing about it, the money gonna come. Like, make sure you're doing things the right way. Make sure you set up the right way, because when you set up the right way, you can see how that moment increased the streams that equal this additional royalty that came. Like, you can see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can tell when songs that I got publishing on die down, because the checks die down. Like, they still come, but they just a little smaller. Like,
facts
type of thing. So it's just that.
Yeah, like, facts. How do you stifle through like people saying they want to work with you? So like for example, I know you've had the same shit, like, hey, let's work, bro, or let's do, hey man, when you see somebody, hey, let's do business, and then you start engaging with them in terms of trying to see what they're about, and then you're like, man, I ain't finna work with this dude, I ain't finna work with this girl.
Well, I mean, the way I look at it, I really pay attention to like organics. I'm a firm believer that God don't make no mistakes, and so if I have to put too much human effort into something that doesn't like organically flow as far as timing or whatnot, then I may not engage in it. But I don't take for granted when I meet people. I don't take for granted when people invite me to their situations or if they try to share their music with me, because it like 24 hours, everything could change. I could be the person like, hey man, can I get you on a song, or can we sit down and talk about it? So I always just focus on dealing with people like humans. And when people can see the human in you, which includes your experience, your intelligence, your history, your future possibility, they're going to compare that against themselves and understand that, is there anything I can do for this person? I know what I can probably do for you. That's why you know me.
Facts.
But what can you do for me is important, because like I use the analogy of a gun, because it's like, if I'm out here shooting at a bigger target, right? Like you coming with music, I'm talking to the corporate partners or whatever the case, you putting the bullets in my gun. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
And I want to do sniper shots. I don't want to do
yeah, for sure,
type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about being effective. Like, it's not saying we can't work, but this might not be the time, or you may not have what I need in order to maximize what I'm on. Because we all doing the same thing. We all trying to make an impression.
Facts.
Yours is with the consumer, mine is with the partners.
That was a great ass answer, bro. Do you believe the role of record label execs have changed in the last decade? How do you personally balance being both, you know what I'm saying, a mentor and also someone that helps the artist too as well?
It's really about executives wanting to really be like, to engage in their role. A lot of times, like, some people just want to be placeholders. They want a title and have a placeholder because they like to listen to music. And it's a little bit more than just that. Like, a person that don't do your job listens to music and probably has great opinions too, because they're closer to common consumer consumption than we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like executives have just as much work to do today as an artist does, because the marketplace is different. How you coach this artist is different. Like, if an artist is not built on selling themselves, they have a great product, that's a hurdle that you have to attack. Whether they're going to change that about themselves, or you're going to find some type of strategy to overcome that challenge. But the marketplace is, I used to say this when we was in the office, it covers all three learning styles: auditory, visual, and kinesthetic. Can they do it? Can they see it? Can they hear it? And if you attack on all three of those levels, there's no way that you can't be received. Whether somebody chooses to continue to engage, that's secondary. Let me just get that first primary listen, because that still adds to the numbers. You know. That's
crazy. That's crazy. Out of all of the things that you have done, like accolade wise and stuff like that, what are you most like proud of? Like, what's one of those ones where you're like, bro, I'm super proud of this idea, this thing, this job. What are you most proud of?
I mean, I'm proud of today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm proud of where I'm at right now, because being a part of the game is already a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Being able to get in spaces where it's kind of like people got to kind of rock with you a certain way, and you have an opportunity to show more of your work to a higher demographic of people, like, that's a blessing type of thing. So it's everything. It's working at an iconic record label for legends like DJ Drama, Don Cannon, Lake Show, being able to foster new talent like Kai Cash, being able to watch superstars grow like Lil Uzi and Jack Harlow, being able to help break artists like Money Man or ESTG, being able to come from the lineage of an amazing Grammy songwriter, Verse Simmons, and like, just to build on all the great people I've had a chance to be around. It's almost like I owe it to life to do that. It's not like owe it to myself. It's like, there's no reason I'm around what I'm around, and I'm not supposed to be making my rounds. And it's not from a selfish standpoint. It's like being the best me I can be. Like, like, you know, I was bigger, like losing weight, like everything, because it's like, you could really be an example. You could really inspire someone that's like, man, to get it going. Because there was I've been regular. I've had a day job. I used to work at Verizon Wireless Corporate up in Alpharetta.
Yeah, no cap. We all do.
You feel what I'm saying?
We all do.
It's like, it's possible. That's just what I'm on. It's possible. So I'm proud of today, bro.
Damn. That's a bar.
Yeah.
Proud of the
If
day.
I'm more proud of my past than my present, then something wrong. And who knows what's in the future?
Facts.
You feel me? This is the best I ever been in my life.
You got a smile on your face, bro. You
Bruh.
smiling. You smiling. I know life is lifing for you right now. I have a slogan that I always say, purpose over popularity.
Okay.
Right? When I say that slogan, how can you mirror that around your life path?
Essentially, throughout my life, and even as I kind of got into my early 30s, I realized that I'm here to be of service to people. And being of service to people is my purpose. Now, how I choose to manifest and manipulate that is up to me as far as my creativity. But helping others reach their goals and aligning what my accomplishments could be with those successes is what that's about. So, like, there's a lot of popular executives are just like artists. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of popular executives that can't lead you to the water. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Damn.
a lot of people just know they're supposed to get a check. They don't know how to get a check.
Damn. Damn. Yeah, nah, for sure. Bro, I'm listening to you and I'm like, damn. Because it really be like, bro, I've ran across people that have had this name, and then it's like, bro, we gonna do X, Y, and Z, and it's like you start working with them, it's like they coming to me for ideas. Like they asking me for all the juice, and it's like, I thought you had the juice, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it be crazy. It be smoking mirrors in this shit.
Yeah.
But to see a person like you who's grinding, and you, bro, your track record speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? It speaks for itself, bro. The proof is there. You know what I'm saying?
That's why it's important to me, because it's like I'm still in the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a lot of people that end up talking or getting on their soapbox or putting out a book or whatever, it's always like an after the fact moment. Where it was like, yeah, I had this illustrious career, so let me tell you how I did it. And it's like, nah, bro, if you like what you see of where I'm at, this is how I've gotten thus far, but I'm still going. Like,
You inspiring me, bro. I might have to.
I need, bro, it take less than an hour and a half to read. I promise to God. I did not. It took, because of formatting, it's 100 and something pages, but literally for the read, it's 60 pages, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it gives you the setup. This is my thing. I don't give you the thought. I give you the structure. You still come up with your own thought. You still come up with your way. You just have this structure set up to where you can benefit and focus on your creativity, because your structure is done. Your administrative is done. Your logistics are done.
Facts. If an artist had like, let me. Nah, I ain't gonna even ask you that. I ain't gonna even ask you.
I'm ready for whatever. You see, none of this was rehearsed. I didn't know what the questions was or none of that. It's just God talking right now.
All right, cool. If an artist had to strip away everything but one thing, no budget, no label, no team, what single trait or strategy would you say they need to survive in this business?
Relatability. You stay relatable. Anything you want's inevitable.
And the reason why I said I didn't want to say that is because a lot of times people were looking at this like, I don't want to discourage artists either. You know what I'm saying? Because you need those other components.
Listen,
too.
This the thing. It's not designed for everybody to win. So what you got to decide is you going to win? Because there's always more loser tickets than there are winner tickets. There's always more loser tickets. So if it's only a select few winner tickets, you got to know that you got to be better than everybody you see and better than everybody you don't see. So are you really meant to be a winner, or you just want to be one? That's it.
Bro, you operate at you operate at an intersection of creativity and commerce. How do you balance art and analytics when making decisions for, your artist and the label?
Understanding what it looks like on both sides. So if we like this song, what does that look like on paperwork, as far as if there's a sample, if there's a certain producer, how much does that cost, like attorney fees, so on and so forth. If there's a certain budget that we're in from an administrative standpoint, how can we maximize that from a creative standpoint to make the consumer be like, man, was this $1 million type of thing? So it's being the day walker, essentially. You know what I mean? Like understanding the creative process, but also understanding the administrative goals. Because that's something that sometimes either side doesn't get. The administrative side could lose sight of the artistic integrity, and the artistic integrity can be overdone from a standpoint of finances.
Facts. Damn. For sure. Bro, when it comes down to just like, again, like your life path and stuff like that, what was one thing that you would do differently? If there's anything.
Nothing, bro. God wrote this already. Like, I had an epiphany maybe, I forget the time frame now, but it's probably over 5 years ago. And we always say this line, like, God don't make no mistakes. Right? But
Thanks.
a lot of people, they say that, but it's like, you don't see the world like that. Like, when I started seeing the world like that, that means that in every situation, I'm supposed to learn, gain, or lose. And with the church that I listen to, it's Belong ATL. Shouts out Pastor LeBryant Friendly. He says that God's voice is quiet. The world is loud. So it's on you to make sure you're paying attention to when God speaks, because it goes back to what I said, to where when I have to put too much human energy into something, like I have to kind of go too much out my way, then it's like, maybe that's not for me. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
Because if you don't believe nothing else, believe what you see. Believe your life. You feel me? Like, how can I be wrong when life is so right? If I'm wrong, I don't want to be right.
Thanks. Damn.
Because my experience, my reality based off how I'm seeing it is what I want to see. So.
Thanks. If you could tell your younger self anything, and this can be anything, what would it be and why?
Don't forget about you. Because in being of service to people, you're so focused on assisting and being a conduit for someone else that you can forget about your own benefits and your own life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about what you go out for, it's about what you come home to. And sometimes you forget to build a home. So it's that. Like, that's what inspires me, because it's like the things that people see me say, if you follow me on the gram, or all my inspirational, all these one-liners, I'm also giving it to myself, type of thing. Like, I need to hear that. I need to know to keep going like that. Like, we don't have time to get upset. We don't have time to talk too much. We need to do more than we say, not say more than we do.
Facts.
How that work?
Facts. Do you feel like you forgot about yourself at times?
It's not about forgetting about yourself at times in the past. It's about making sure that as we continue to go and grow, that we don't continue to do that. Because sometimes it's not about you. It's not about your benefit. It's about the experience of you. I've had a lot of experiences that equal what my monetary value is today that provided no monetary value back then.
Facts.
You feel me? So it's like, money is a privilege. And you have to earn that privilege. You feel what I'm saying? And you earn that privilege through knowledge, intelligence, and experience. You know what I'm saying? And intelligence without experience don't equal wisdom. That's how you get to wisdom. Like, I learned something, I've been applying it and seeing a result from it, and years have passed being able to repeat that to see that result is consistent. I'm wise in that.
Facts. Damn, bro, this was amazing, bro. It was long overdue, but it was perfect timing.
Nah, man, because I think we talked about this last year.
We talked about it at the end of last year too, and then Tyler, we've been back and forth, talking about this.
Tyler's
too.
amazing, by the way.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. And but it's like, bro, I know, nigga, I know this is my dog.
But when
bro.
he told me, I was just like, all right, cool. I ain't gonna go there. I ain't
like,
gonna tell him
this is my man's, bro. Like,
facts.
this is years in the making. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's a full circle moment, and I'm glad that we made this shit happen though.
Facts,
like,
though.
you know what I'm saying? Because this 40, 50 minutes of pressure, bro.
Bro, you helping me so much, bro. I don't even think you understand.
Damn.
You helping me spread the word. You helping me spread knowledge and education. And your platform is something that I encountered just even outside of being on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like this is one of those, like, if you come across this, like, okay, yeah, he moving around in Atlanta. Like,
Thanks.
last thing I want to say about the book.
Let's go.
Since dropping the book in February, bro, it's been such a blessing to be able to kind of move around and spread education. Because being responsible for someone, or not being responsible, playing a part in someone else's fuel to win is like, it just don't get no better than that. And it's going to be forever, in a sense, to where right now I'm alive to be able to see it and witness it. But then even when I'm not here, it could still fuel somebody's situation. It starts making you realize how much power you truly have in yourself. One last Royceism is,
let's get it.
Look in the mirror before you look out the window. People always look to other people or what someone else can do and what I don't got. Look in the mirror. That's what you got. Now, is you gonna make it happen or no? Like, because you are your own industry. You don't get in, you merge in. That's real. I'm trying to get in the game. Then you looking at it wrong. You got to merge in the game. Everything that I do and now and get paid for, whatever, I was doing it before I was ever paid for it. People just said, come do that with me.
Damn.
When I was an artist, people be like, yeah, music cool, but who mixing, who engineered it? I did. Oh, okay, well, can you come? All right, bet. Let me be of service. How you rocking with me? Then let's rock that way, because God ain't making no mistakes. You think God gonna set you up for failure? People gotta figure out where they faith at. That's really what it's about. Because if you really trust and believe God, all you got to do is just get to it. Like, go. Because you don't know when the clock is over. My girl be telling me, like, oh, you always be moving fast and da-da-da-da. Because you got to hurry up and do something so you can enjoy it. If you take all time to make it, how you going to sit down and eat?
Damn. Bro. Love, bro.
Man.
Real shit. This was great. This was great. This was great. Hey, this segment of the show is Vibing with Vito shout-outs.
Okay.
The floor is yours.
Shouts out Generation Now. Shouts out to our illustrious leaders, DJ Drama, Don Cannon, Lake Show. Shouts out Kai Cash, Cash Rules, in stores now. ATM Tour is out here. We going to LA next. We just shut down Atlanta. We'll be in Chicago, New York, and DC. I might be missing a date or two. Outside of that, shouts out to the staff. Shouts out Willie Joe, TC, Trey, Michaela, BB, Dez, just everybody, man. And shouts out to the watcher, the viewer. Just know that you are your own industry. You don't get in, you merge in, and it's all up to you.
Facts, bro. Hey, man, with that being said, this has been another episode of Vibing with Vito. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube. You already know the slogan, we vibrating higher, and we're always chasing purpose over popularity. Be sure to tap in each and every Monday on the Big Facts Network at 8 o'clock. Salute the team, Screen, Bank, everybody over there, and salute the viewers, man. Thank y'all. We gone.